You know that feeling when everything's just a bit too much? Tasks are slipping through the cracks, things are going missing, that nagging sense that you're not quite on top of it all, and you're thinking to yourself, I just need to get organized. I just need this one thing to work for me. There must be an app that can help. So you start searching. This is where today's episode begins. Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Welcome to Rise and Shine, your business tech boost. This is the podcast for small business owners who want practical tech advice without the jargon. I'm Charly Leetham, and today's episode is 665, and this is something that I see regularly within small business, and I have the temptation myself, and that's the temptation to solve a workflow problem by adding another tool. Whether that's bolting something new onto your existing stack or replacing something that doesn't feel like it's working, the pattern is the same. And generally, the outcome is usually more complexity, not less. So let's get into it. I want to actually start with that feeling because it's real and I'm not going to dismiss it. Like I said, I fall into it myself. We're busy. You're busy. I'm busy. We are juggling a whole heap of stuff. And somewhere along the line, things start slipping through the cracks. A follow-up gets forgotten. A task gets lost. That nagging sense that your system isn't quite holding it together. It's frustrating because you're working hard. We're working hard. It just doesn't feel like it's working. And naturally, your brain goes to looking for a fix. It's a great instinct to have. Now, this is where the software companies come in. They are very good at what they do. They show you the outcome, the clean dashboard, the color-coded projects, find your data at a click of a button, everything in one place. It looks so effortless. It looks like exactly what you need. But they're selling you the destination. They're not selling you the work to get you there. The setup, the configuration, the learning curve, the ongoing maintenance. That polished screen, that polished screenshot that took someone hours to build. And it doesn't matter whether you're thinking about something small to fill a gap or replacing a tool that's frustrating you, or even starting fresh with a whole new system. The promise is always the same. This will make things easier. This will solve the problem. This will finally get you organized. It is a really compelling story, but it's a story about the tool and not your actual workflow and not how you work. There is something very seductive about acquiring a new tool. It feels like it's going to do something. It feels like it is doing something. It feels like progress. It feels like you're addressing the problem that you've got. You've identified the problem and you're taking action. But downloading an app isn't the same as solving a problem. Setting something up isn't the same as using it effectively. The feeling of progress and actual progress are two totally different things, and it's easy to confuse them. So here's what I tend to see, and it's a regular thing I see. I don't see it over and over and over and over, but I see it regularly enough to raise that set of alarm bells for me. You find a tool that looks promising, you sign up, you take the free trial, maybe you pay for a subscription. You spend time setting it up, getting it how you want it, getting to know how it works. You use it enthusiastically for a week or two, then things get busy, you fall behind on keeping it updated, and gradually it starts to fade into the background. It becomes another icon you scroll past, another login you've half forgotten, a thing that you say, I've got to get back to that and I've got to finish that. And that little pile of tools you've got just grows just that little bit bigger. Now, let's talk about what it actually is going to cost, what it actually costs you in all of this. The obvious one is the money, the cost of the subscription, the cost of the tool that you're buying. Every tool you add is potentially another subscription or another one-off payment. It could be another monthly charge that just ticks away whether you're using it or not. Individually, they might not, they might just seem small. I mean, it's $10 here, $67, $97. I mean, $97 a month, that's nothing. That's not nothing. But they do all add up. I've seen businesses paying for tools they'd forgotten they had, tools that overlap with each other, tools that nobody's logged into for months. That is money quietly walking out the door. Then there's the integration. Unless this new tool is completely standalone, it needs to work with whatever you've got, your email, your calendar, your other systems. Sometimes that's seamless. Often, though, it's not. You end up with manual workarounds or things that don't quite sync, or data living in two places, and you need something else to connect them. The tool that was supposed to simplify things has added another layer of complexity to the management of it. Let's not forget the mental load. I think this is one that people underestimate a lot. Every tool you add is another place you have to remember to check, another app to open, another set of notifications, something else to update. Your brain has to hold the map of where everything lives and where things go. The more tools you have, the more complicated that map becomes. Instead of reducing friction, you're kind of adding to it. Now, here's one thing that really doesn't get talked about enough, and that's the inertia. Every tool you add to your stack makes the whole thing heavier, harder to move, harder to change, harder to manage, harder to integrate. If you decide later that something isn't working, you've now got things tangled together to a point that they need unpicking. More data to migrate or abandon, more integrations to redo. The bigger your stack, the more you're locked into it, even the parts that aren't serving you. One thing that I get quite passionate about is the duplication that some tools give you. You add a new tool for a specific purpose, but your old tool kind of did that too. Maybe you just didn't know about it, or maybe your old tool kind of did that too, and maybe you just didn't know about it. Maybe you just didn't understand that that's how it works, or maybe it's a new feature that got added that it's just gone through. You've just missed it because the announcement came out, but you've been busy. We all get busy. But now we've got two systems that overlap. Your tasks are split between them. Your information is fragmented, and you're not sure which one is the source of the truth. I get there all the time. Neither tool is being used properly because your attention is divided. You haven't solved the problem, you've made it messier. Okay, so that's kind of a lot of doomsaying there, right? It's a lot of negativity and a lot of, oh, these are all the things that can go wrong. Maybe that's not the case with you. Maybe you've got one or two things that are failing. Maybe you can identify with one or two of those things that I've mentioned. They don't all come together. They don't all happen all at once. And sometimes you're really lucky and you find something that works really well. But if you can put a tick in any of those boxes, let's talk about what we should be doing instead. So here's something else I see a lot. The software or the solution already exists in software that we're already paying for. We just didn't know it was there. That feature might be buried 3 menus deep. It might have been added in the last update or the last couple of updates, and it's just gone by the board because you've been busy. The automation may never have been set up. So before you go shopping for something new, spend half an hour or an hour and properly explore what you've already got. Check the help docs. Search for the specific thing you're trying to do. Reach out to the support team and say, hey, I've got this thing. This is what I'm trying to do. Does your tool do this? You might find it's already there waiting for you to tick the box, and it will all just come together for you. I like to use something called the one tool, one job principle. Every tool in your stack should have a clear purpose, and you should be able to say what that purpose is in one or maybe two sentences. If you can't, that's a warning sign. If two tools have overlapping jobs, That's a problem. Before you add anything new, ask, what job is this doing? And is anything else already doing that job? There's more value in mastering one tool than in collecting 5. Going deep on something, really understanding what it can do, building it into your habits, making it work for you, pays off far more than constantly adding the new thing. The people I see who are genuinely on top of their work aren't using more tools than everyone else. They're using fewer tools and they're using them better. Sometimes, though, a new tool is really the right answer. I'm not saying you shouldn't ever add anything to your stack, but here's the test. Can you clearly articulate the specific problem it solves? Have you confirmed that nothing you already have can do that job? And honestly, will you actually use it consistently, or is this just optimism talking? Sorry, I shouldn't stutter. If you can genuinely tick all 3 of those boxes, go ahead, find that tool. If you can't, you're probably just going to add to the pile, and in the end, you're just going to add to your overwhelm in the whole situation. So here's what I want you to take away from all of this. That feeling of things not quite working is absolutely real, and it does deserve attention. The answer, however, usually isn't another app. The answer is generally getting specific about what is actually broken, looking properly at what you've already got, and being honest about whether adding something new will genuinely help, or will it just make your stack heavier. So the next time you catch yourself searching for a tool to fix your workflow, stop, take a pause, take a breath, take a step back. The solution might already be closer than you think. Okay, guys, that's it for today. This is Mindset Monday, so I really wanted to get into a mindset episode. And one of the mindset things is about what we're already doing in our business, what we're already using in our business. I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know whether you're having trouble with your tech stack, whether you're looking for things saying, it's just not working. I just need another tool to make this work, or I've got to put something on to make this connect to do this thing. I would love to know your feedback. I'd like to know where your challenges are. I'd like to know what you've solved. I'd love to also know whether I've asked more questions than I've answered. I actually really like that, because that gives me things that I can then dig down on for you guys. You can leave comments wherever you're watching or listening to these videos. I would love to see those comments and love to be able to respond to you and interact with you. If you feel like you need some help and you're just not sure whether your tech stack is right, or whether you need another application, or whether the application you're looking for is going to work with what you've got, feel free to book a 30-minute free breakouts or breakthrough session with me, 1 per person. So if you've already used one, I'm really sorry. Yep. It's 1 per person. You are always welcome to book more time with me, however. But if you are booking your free session, I will give you as much value as I possibly can in that 30 minutes and make sure that, or try and make sure that you go away with some actionable things that you can do. You can do that by visiting my website, askcharlyleetham.com, and clicking the book your breakout session button right at the top right-hand corner of the screen. If this video has been useful for you, please give it a like, maybe share it with some friends who need to hear this as well. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. I will see you Wednesday for Tech How To. See ya. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.